Hello, guys. It's Gladys here again, or should I say, ladies, gentlemen, and others. So impeachment gate is going on again, and yeah, the first hearings were yesterday, and I have not seen much, just a few clips from Trevor Noah. Now, first, a quick jab at Trevor Noah. If you, as a black guy from South Africa, immigrate to America, and the reason I say black guy is because in South Africa he's considered colored. South Africa has a distinction. Just having one black parent does not make you black. One black parent makes you colored. Two black parents makes you black. One black, one colored, that's debatable. In South Africa we actually have distinctions between Zulus, Xhosas, Tswanas, Sothos, Vendas. There's a lot of them. In most of Africa, there's a lot of them. Sorry, that sounded disparaging. It wasn't meant to be. I actually think the Afrikaner is just another African tribe, but we have the lighter skin. Anyway, so Trevor Noah's opinion is, in my opinion, slanted. Excuse me. And I don't know why he would go to America and disparage whites and be so anti-white when he came from a majority black country to a majority white country. So if whites are so terrible, then, if he immigrated to Zimbabwe, I would understand him, not liking his father or whatever. But anyway, so now the impeachment is starting, and it's all about Hunter and Joe Biden. Now, being South African, we had a president for 9 years. It should have been 10, but he got removed, named Jacob Zuma. Now, Jacob Zuma was, before he was elected president, he was fired as vice president because of a corruption scandal. And he kept saying he wants his day in court to prove his innocence. But his lawyers kept postponing, getting evidence thrown out. Turns out he was a very, very shitty president. Now, the point I'm trying to make is, if I get accused of a crime, let's say I get accused of, I don't know, stealing money, corruption, that sort of thing, the first thing I will say is investigate, and investigate properly. That's not what the Bidens are doing. They're saying, whoa, there is nothing wrong here. We do not want this looked into. If they were innocent, investigate it. They'll be exonerated. Then the names are clear and everyone's happy. Isn't it? Isn't that the way that investigations work? They find out facts. They present them. You get to say your side of the story, your version. So, even if it was for if it had been for political gain on Trump's behalf, then that would have been, if they were innocent, such a bad, and I'm going to say faux pas, but I'm going to mean fuck up. If you accuse your opponent, and he's not even the opponent yet, but if you accuse your opponent of bullshit, and you throw your weight behind investigating said bullshit, and you are shown that you actually threw your government's, your country's money at investigating bullshit. Oh wait, didn't that happen with Russiagate? But anyway, so that would have been a really big mistake on Trump's behalf if nothing came out of it. But for nothing to come out, it would have to be investigated. So if you don't investigate it, or you really, really object to it being investigated, I'm curious. I'm actually a little bit suspicious even. If you do not want people to look into a business deal, then my first suspicion is that that business deal was not that above board. So we know Biden got $1.5 billion from China for his investment group not his money, they invested it in his company because he's apparently an investment genius. He got quite a lot of money from Ukraine because he's an energy genius. I'm surprised he didn't sleep with Stormy Daniels because he's obviously a penis genius as well, because he looks like a penis. My point is, guys, think about it. If you are innocent, this is not a trial. It's an investigation. If you're innocent, have it investigated. That is essentially the way things are supposed to work, isn't it? Anyway, so Trump seems to be doing pretty okay. And you know what? Even if there was a quid pro quo, or no, bribery is bad, always, but quid pro quo that the Democrats are actually spouting, and I'm South African, I'm not Republican or Democrat, I don't give a shit. But if there was a quid pro quo, investigate corruption, or I'm not giving you military aid, why would that be a problem? If my friend wants to borrow money, not borrow even, he wants me to give him money, and I say to him, but you know what, you're gonna have to stop your heroin habit. If you stop it, and you prove to me that you really intend to stop it, then I'll give you the money. That's quid pro quo. I want him to do something, and then I will do something. That's quid pro quo. And I think that's a reasonable quid pro quo. Excuse me. So, the whole Democrat thing of this is a problem, that's absolute bullshit. Even if everything they allege is correct, I think, you know what, the investigation should happen. They investigated Trump, so they investigated the sitting president. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Please like and subscribe. I need it. Thanks. Cheers, guys.